Well, a very good morning, afternoon or evening, wherever you are in the world, here at Crafters TV. My name's Debbie Robinson. For those of you who don't know, you're probably thinking, wait a minute, shall I adjust my set? Because I'm not usually on this side, but you've got me for the first two shows this morning here at Crafters TV. On this side, the presenter side, which I'm so excited about. I really can't tell you how giddy I am. The nerves, though, the nerves are bubbling away inside this to me today. So I want you to get social and interactive with us and just put me at ease, because this is very unusual to be on this side of the building. But we've got a great day lined up for you today at Crafters TV, kick-starting this morning with a brilliant masterclass all about our embossing boards, which we'll talk about in a little bit as well. Coming up at 2 p.m, are you in for a treat? Because it is the first look at the Academy of Colour box, well, I said box number 5, but number 5, and it's all about our duo pencils, which I know who's with me today is really uber excited about. And then coming up later on, and actually that's 2 p.m. UK time, better get my times right, let's get that bit right. 2 p.m. UK time, 9 a.m. Eastern time, or 6 a.m. Pacific time for that first look coming up. And then later on today, I'm going to be going back to that side. So I'm going to do a couple of shows here on this side, and then on that side I'm going to be over with the Second Chance Sunday at 6 p.m. here in the UK, at 1 p.m. Eastern time and 10 a.m. Pacific time. And I'm not clever, I've got them written down on my piece of paper. Now, if I'm here, does that not mean there's somebody over there? Now, if you haven't spotted it on the socials already, you've been on about it in the socials. We've seen it. We take a note. We have taken notes. So we're mixing things up a little bit for you, because you've all been saying you want to see a little bit more of the hottie Scotty himself. So today, my gorgeous guest, who is going to be doing all the demonstrating for the first two shows, is, of course, the fabulous Craig Laird.
Hello. Can you hear that, Debbie? Can you hear that?
What's that?
That's millions and millions of the Robinsons fans screaming with excitement of seeing you on that side for a little bit of a change, getting interactive with you across on the social. But yeah, as you said, it's always fun being on this side. I have the pleasure of getting to go back and forwards on the other side as well, but it's always good to be back here. It's good to be demonstrating, it's good to be showing you lots of different ideas, it's good to be here on the masterclass, and it's good to be here while you're on that side today.
I know, I'll tell you, it's really weird.
Strange,
because
isn't it?
It's very strange, because it's usually the other way around. So Craig is normally here and I'm normally over there, but we did think we'd give it a little mix up, and we want to give it a little bit of mix.
Of course.
The variety is the spice of life,
definitely.
they say. Absolutely do. Now, obviously, we've got a fabulous team, and I think, if I remember rightly, I just want to make sure, it's our lovely Rachel that's on the social team with me today, keeping me company, and I can already see that there's a lot of you already tuning in. We've got I'm hoping I'm going to say this right, Lois from Ohio. We've got Rachel, who is the Papercraft Princess. Hi all, from listen to this, Craig, 35 degrees in Adelaide, South Australia. Wow. I can't even remember what those temperatures are like.
No,
it feels like a distant memory a long time ago.
Can we ever get to that, to 30 here in the UK?
Well, I think we might have done last year in that really hot spell that we had. But our sympathies go out to you, because although it's nice and warm, it's a little bit on the what's it said, the uncle side?
Yeah.
A bit too much.
Bit too much,
yes.
Muggy, is it the same?
Okay, so there's Linda as well saying good morning from Maryland, everyone. We've got Sarah Brown from our lovely Australia. Good day, she says.
Good day,
I do
mate.
Rubbish Australian accent. I'm not even going to try. I'm not going to try. I'll leave the accents to our Craig.
Don't put, because I am rubbish at accents, can I just say, and I am shocked. I'm good at Mr. Doubtfire, apparently.
I love that one, the Mrs. Doubtfire one. Always tickles me, that one. I love it. Every time I see a picture of him now in that character, I think of you in my ear. So Sarah's saying hello, good day to all my crafty friends, sending loves and hugs to you all from Melbourne, Australia. Well, thank you very much. I don't know what time it is over there. I know you're in the future, so I know it'll be a little bit later on in the day for you. Sam McDonald, good morning, Debbie and Craig and all the crew, and especially my crafty friends. Yes, the crew today, we've got our lovely Charlotte, who is in my ear, steering the ship TV today. And then we've got our lovely Jake out there, who we... God love him, already running riot, trying to get everything ready for later on today. Gareth Dobbs, this is a new name I've not heard of before. So Gareth, good morning everyone. Good morning, Gareth.
Good morning, Gareth.
Zoe Carver, morning everyone from West Sussex. I love Sussex, lovely place. So good morning to you too. Kirsty D, good morning from Teesside. Oh, bless Sarah. She's put, I'm so excited to see Debbie presenting with lots of purple love hearts.
There you go.
You're doing a great job, my friend.
are.
Thank you very much. Yeah, it is a little unusual, but I think we're going to get kick-starting in with this fabulous masterclass, because that's what the first show is all about. So keep getting interactive on the socials. I'll keep reading comments out. Let me know what you're getting up to today on this Sunday, because obviously we're here all day, so it'd be nice to see what you're doing. Are you making some crafty makes? Let us know what you're doing. Get interactive, and our Rachel will bring those through for me. But we are going to kick-start with a masterclass on embossing boards. So, the first board I'm going to show you is the Ulti bag embossing board, which I absolutely adore, because you have two options to create with this one board. And if I just tilt it there, you can see all the lovely scoring features on there to create not one, but two different styles of bags. And then all the embellishments in terms of tags, in terms of lots of decoration and embellishments to make the most gorgeous, gorgeous bags, which our Craig is away to show us.
I am indeed. So I have got mine right here. Now you can use it completely on its own if you so wish. If you do have the Ultimate Pro, it will also fit into there as well. You've got two little notches, top and bottom, that we can see just here at the bottom of my hand. They do just sit into the notches of your Ultimate Pro. However, as I say, it's not essential that you need that. You can absolutely use it on its own. So we're going to go in and use this one here. Now, any of your heavyweight cardstock, your pattern papers, I'm going to go in with this floral one here. Now, you can either use a repositional spray if you so wish, or you can just hold it down with your hand, or you can take some of your low-tack tape just to secure the cardstock into place. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to do just that. Now I'm wanting this side to be the main forefront of my bag that I'm going to be making. So therefore I'm going to be scoring in. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to make sure that my cardstock is covering the actual outline of the bag. And then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to secure it at the top. It's just a little bit of a helping aid for me. I'm not doing it at the bottom because it will be natural that you want to then pull this forward every now and again just to make sure you're in that right track. And if I lift it up first, we're looking for the outside of the bag. So ignore all this detail inside just now. That is your mats and layers for decoration. So all that you're wanting to do is you want to start somewhere. So pick somewhere as a visual. And then once you know that you are in that track, you're just going to start going. So you're going to follow all the way around. So you're just doing it lightly, letting the actual ball tool do the job. So do section by section. A lot of these are quite symmetrical, as if you were to half that. So if you do one half, you can visually flip it in your mind and then follow the track on the opposite side. So we're working our way around. We are doing it lightly. I like to go back a couple of times because I like that smooth action. I like to have it nice and smooth. It does mean though, there's very, very, very less chance that it's going to fall out of the grooves or it's going to come out of the grooves. If it does, don't worry, because you've not got any indentation on this part here. So if you do go out of the groove, it won't transfer through, so you don't need to worry about that. And then all that you're going to do is you're going to keep on going. So you're following all the way around. So if we just carry on going, and this is what I mean by don't tape it down. You can if you want, but you don't have to when it comes to the bottom, because you will find what you'll probably do like I do, and that is lift and follow. You're just wanting to double check. A lot of the lines you tend to find are quite easy to flow. Like you can see this part here, it naturally glides through. But then keep going, working your way around that handle. Once you get around the edge, you just keep on going. And this is what I meant by this point now is symmetrical to this side. So what we can then do is work our way in. So if we're working, so then we just need to do our last tab. So we work our way all the way around with that last tab. We're going into that last section here. And then if we take this one out, and it's always harder to see on the pattern paper, but what we've then got is an embossed line all the way round. So what I'm just going to do very, very quickly is if I just take a black pen, this is just a visual just to show you where the outline of that score is. You're going to cut with your scissors all the way round, which will then look like that. We've got those score lines in there as well. So all that we need to do is just fold that one over, fold and that one over. You've got all of these tabs as well. So these tabs at each side, that's where you're going to then create that holding tab. Let's bend that one over. Now that we've got them all good, I'm going to go in with my tape runner and I'm going to give it a really, really nice coverage with our tape runner. You can use your tacky glue if you so wish, but what I'm then going to do is I'm going to then bring this one back in. I like to then position one side first, and then I'm going to press, I'm going to tuck this next one in, and then we're going to press that one in as well. Just giving that a light little rub, and then what we can do is then we can do the opposite side as well. So we're then going to press, and then if I tuck that final one into here, into place, I'm going to give that a rub, and then there is your essential little bag that you've made from your scoreboard.
And that is just one bag from one side of the board, from the Ulti Bags embossing board. That is a lovely complement that works alongside your Ultimate Pro. But of course, it is a board that works independently on its own to create not one, but two beautiful bags. Absolutely, I adore this. I adore these boards. I don't think we give enough credit to these boards, Craig,
No,
do you?
I
because
agree.
we tend to take it for granted as well, that we've got the Ultimate Pro, but the Ultimate Pro is just the main base that gives you all these great things, but then adding these additional
You're
boards just means you can get really creative, so you don't need to go out and buy dies.
No.
For me, this is where I would have started as well. Perfect. You know, if you're just starting out in craft, they're the great one. But of course, if you've been an experienced crafter like our gorgeous Craig, who's been crafting for many a year, let me tell you, you can still create some beautiful things. And I can't, for one, wait to see the finished results. So, Craig, if you don't mind, would you mind just finishing and decorating the rest?
Of course I can.
Is that okay? And I'll read a few more comments if that's also okay.
Let's do that. Go for it.
Thank you, because the comments are coming in as well. And we've had a question that's come in. So I just wondered if you could answer this for us, Craig.
Go for it.
What weight card or paper works best for embossing on these boards?
So, really good question. So when it comes to the actual construction, the actual project you're making, whether it's the box, whether it's the bag, whether it's an outer box shell, whatever it is, I would say between 250 GSM and 350 GSM. Ideally, that perfect weight, I would say, is round about that 300, but you will be able to use anything between 250 and 350. That's going to be nice, strong, that's going to be giving it a lot of stability. What I would say is don't do the construction with something like your pattern papers. I would leave that for the actual decoration of it, but if you can, round about 300 is the absolute perfect, but you do have a bit of give between 250 and 350.
Thank you. I think that question came from Rachel, so I hope that's answered your question, Rachel. Pamela Greenidge has said on Facebook, how cute is that bag? It is. It's absolutely beautiful. I love the paper. One of my favourite paper pads that we ever brought out.
You like that, don't you?
I adore it. And Kirsty D on YouTube has said, I really need to use my scoreboards a little bit more. I totally agree, because they're sometimes, like I said, they're very underrated, but
definitely
they're such a powerful tool to have in your stash. And if you've got them and you haven't, get them dusted off and literally just get them out and play with them, because there's so much potential. And from that one board, two different bags, then you imagine using all your different papers, all your different dyes that you could introduce into it as well, and different collections. You're going to be able to create some really stunning handbag pieces, whether they be gift bags with little sweet treats in there, or chocolates, or a prezi for someone. I know that you're going to get a lot of use out of those boards. And do you know what, Craig? Seriously, watching you today with it, and now I've seen this bag, I haven't used my board in a long time. I'm really bad for saying that.
You want to.
That's really naughty to say that out loud, but it's true. And I think I'm along the same lines as our Kirsty, and I think I'm going to have to get mine out and dust them down and have a little play with them, because look at this, how you're creating this bag with such ease.
It is.
And it really is, because the board is you're not going to mind me saying this, are you, Craig?
No.
Because we know you're a fantastic crafter. We know you are. We've seen the work. We've seen the work over the years. However, you're just showing how easy it is to use, and anybody of any skill level could pick one of these boards up and use them straight away.
Yeah,
so
absolutely.
I just absolutely love it. We've had some lovely comments as well, Craig. Am I allowed to blow my own trumpet?
You go and blow your trumpet as loud as you want. Please, because if you don't, I will.
Can I go in the box? Can I go in the box?
Is she going in? Is she
Do
going
you know
in
the box? I want the box. Do you know the box on the screen where I go in the box? Do you know like you do, Ben? Bless her little heart. She'll have to find it. I'll tell you what, keep it on me. 2 minutes. No, it's only because I don't want you to miss out on what Craig's creating. That's why, because he's doing the decoration part. So I'm making her delve into the little buttons. Poor little love. She'll be like, I'm not having that Debbie back up here again. She's not coming up here. She's not doing it presentation. Get her onto the side. She's a demanding diva, asking for all sorts. But I will blow me on trumpet, because we've had some lovely comments. Terry Anderson on Facebook has said, Debbie, you will do fabulous. So far, the introduction is fabulous in great big capital letters. So thank you very much for that, Terry. Anna Marie Claxton on YouTube has said, morning to you both, and nice to see you on the presenting side. Enjoy and hope this is one of many. Thank you very much, Anna Marie. I hope so too. See, I've got to be on my best behaviour and do the bestest job I can, so that they might ask me to come up and do a bit more presenting from time to time, because I do. I've always wanted to dabble in it. So thanks to our lovely Brent. We'll give a big shout out to our Brent.
Our Brent, yes.
Who was here, indeed, himself the other day.
He was, wasn't he?
He was, wasn't he? Yeah, with our lovely Lily. So, yeah, so it's nice. So thank you to Brent for letting me have a little dabble over this side. But, Ben, if you're watching, your job's safe.
Oh, I don't know about that.
Yeah, we'll just...
I don't know about that.
You behave yourself. And then, look at this. We've got a new viewer watching on YouTube. Morning to you both. Good morning. All first time here, all the way from Buffalo, New York. So Jennifer Kettle on YouTube, welcome. And I hope it's not the first. I hope it's the first of many. Hopefully. I hope it's not just the first and the last. I hope it's the first of many. We're here 7 days a week across Facebook and YouTube 3 times a day with Wake Up Call, and then many other mixtures of shows. Today we've got this masterclass, and then later on that first look, and later on the second chance. But every day we're here broadcasting live to you over Facebook, over our website, and over YouTube. So Jennifer, I hope it is the first of many times that you'll be joining us. So yes, there's lovely, oh my goodness, more compliments. Come and look at this. Christine Mahoney. I should have read that last bit off Facebook. My gorgeous Christine, love her to bits. Look at you go, Debbie, hosting like an astral. You're so sweet. It's because I like to talk, Christine, as you know. You know that very well from experience. And Sweet Imp on YouTube has said, Craig's bag would work beautifully with mount board and flowers for Mother's Day.
Wouldn't it just?
Yeah, love that idea as well. So yeah, absolutely, fantastic. Loving these. Keep joining us, keep commenting. If it's your first time, don't be scared. Nobody bites. On Facebook or YouTube, nobody bites. Comment away, let us know.
Jake's in a bitey mood today, though.
Who's in a bitey mood?
Jake's in a bitey mood today.
Is he really?
He might bite.
He's a pussycat. He's an absolute pussycat. He won't bite. He just little meow.
Sorry, that's Tracy I'm thinking of. That's Tracy that I'm thinking of.
Thank goodness she's not here. Thank goodness she's not here. Have you finished decorating, Craig?
All that I've done is added a couple of layers. All of these mats and layers are in that board as well, Debbie. So that's what all these are for. You've got all your extra embellishments, your swirls for corners if you want to. And just to quickly pick up on what you said earlier on as well, Debbie, we've all got box dies. We love our box dies, but sometimes you want to make a box from scratch. So like a little handbag box, something like that. Instead of doing the die cutting, you want to score, you want to cut, you can do it from scratch, and that's what the scoreboards give you the ability to do.
And that is absolutely beautiful. Honestly, it's beautiful, Craig. I love that bag. I love the papers, love the choice of colours you've used. Absolutely gorgeous. So shall we move along, since this is a masterclass all about embossing boards. And I'm going to show you another board right now, which I know our Craig is going to get ready and demonstrate with as well. So this is our Sweet Treats embossing board. And again, what you'll find, and if I just tilt that there, you can see you have one bag on one side, and then if I turn this the other way, you can see the design there is this lovely like a popcorn bag as I like to address it as. Yet again, this board is absolutely fabulous because it has the ability to create 2 bags in the one board and then all the accessory pieces that you need. So Craig, would you mind demonstrating this one for us?
Of course I will. Absolutely, I will do. Let's go in for the little picnic box here. I say little, it's quite substantial. And what I've got here is I've got some of our Centura apparel. This happens to be canary. Now, when it comes to this one, yet again, what you can do if you want is you can set that in your Ultimate Pro, but it is not essential. It will work as a standalone embossing board. So what I want is I want that forefront to be that canary yellow. So therefore, I'm going to turn it over. So I'm going to be scoring into my card. And that way, the score lines will be quite proud. They'll be quite prominent on that top side. So all that I'm going to do is just make sure that my cardstock covers my picnic box. And once again, I'm going to tape, personal preference for me, I'm taping at the top. That's just giving me that extra kind of security at the top that I can lift and flip wherever I need. And then I'm going to pick up at a visual point. So I'm going to start down here. And all that I'm going to do is score all the way around. So that outer edge when it comes to your picnic box. So within these ones, these have got tabs included as well that your adhesive is going to go on. So get into that channel and you're just going to take your time and let that sit into the channel. Get into that flow. Wherever needed, lift to have a look. There's nothing wrong. You're doing nothing wrong by lifting and double checking. We'll all do it. And it's that little bit of extra security just so that you know that you are in the right channels. But if you do slip out, don't worry, it will not detail through into your cardstock layer. So we're just going to work our way in. So following all the way along, all the way top, bottom. And then when it comes to this one, if we then work our way down into here, this one has got a lot of straight edges to it, but we're just going to find our score line in the middle into here. I'm just going to move my hand here just to have a look. And then what we can then do is then look within this one here, we will see the embossed line that little bit better when I lift. So we're going to go in. We're just lifting. We've even got those little tabs that lock into place. Everything has been thought about. So you can use this as an actual little picnic box if you want. So let's work our way into that last one down into here. So if I lift, you can see there, if I just tilt that so we can get, you can see the outline now of your picnic box. So you are going to cut that one out and you're going to do that one twice. So you do it twice to create your picnic box. All that we're then going to do is fold that one in. If I show you what I've also done within this one, to add that little bit extra detail, if I bring it back in, this inner line here, you can either use as a smaller picnic box or you can use it as a matte and layer detail when it comes to the inside of the picnic box. So we're just going to fold our score lines into here. So I'm going to fold and I'm going to burnish the tabs. And then what you're also going to want to do is with the same colour card, cut a rectangle 6.5 by 4.5 inches. That's then going to be the base. So onto one tab, we're going to add our adhesive. So that can stick into place here. So we're going to give that a really good rub, build up that heat, let that adhesive really come into its own. And then what we're going to do is we're going to flip that one over. So I'm going to add my adhesive onto here. So nice coverage. And then what I like to do is fold that in on itself and that will naturally fall into place. So it's going to fall into place here. And then I'm going to add my adhesive onto one edge. And then I'm going to go in with my card. And the measurements I've given you is that perfect size for the actual base. So all that I can do now is I can go in and add my adhesive onto all 4 layers. So 4, that's included in the first one that I've done. We can then close that one in and then we can go in with our second one. And then last but by no means least, as we're going to close that one up, I'm going to go in, I'm going to press run, and then I can put my hand into there, press. If I then lock that one in, lock that one in, and there is our picnic box ready for you to decorate whichever way you like.
And a real wow factor there, to be able to create a picnic box on one side and then on the other side a popcorn box as well is just absolutely incredible. From that one board to fabulous bags, and then all of those lovely embellishments, those mats and layers, all ready and available for you with the sweet treats embossing board, or the sweet things in life. Absolutely glorious. Now, Craig,
Yeah.
I am just going to say to you, wow, because you made that look so super slick and so super easy. But again, it's the boards, it's the embossing boards. And again, that underrated, we don't give them enough credit here, and we really should, because that is absolutely stunning. It is. And I can't wait to see it decorated. Would you mind again doing
Of course I will.
Is that okay to do that? Because honestly,
Absolutely.
if you've got the ability with one board to create two different styles of bags, and although we call it a picnic box and a popcorn box, you can actually change them into any kind of box you want. You can put handles on your popcorn box if you wish to do so. A little strip of card just over there to create a little handle.
You're right.
It could be a lovely place to put all your little flowers, florals, chocolates in there, sweet gifts and all those kind of things. I absolutely love that. And Craig, honestly, just absolutely fabulous. And like I said, I can't wait for you to decorate there. So would you mind decorating? And I'll read a few more comments because they've been coming in.
Go for it.
They have been I'm in the box.
You're in the box. She's in the box.
I'm in the box.
Debbie's in the box, baby.
Oh, I love this. I'm going to watch this show back, I'm telling you. So now then, now we've had a question. So Jennifer Kettle from YouTube, thank you, Jennifer. Why do you, Craig, keep lifting the paper?
So it's just to double check that I am still in that right channel.
Yeah.
And also it's just to make sure that I am going into that right channel.
Yes.
Just in case, because if I bring that one back in, so once again, this inner layer here, this is one that you can make either a smaller box or it's a perfect size to do your mats and layers. Now, if I'm not paying attention, I could very easily jump into that wrong one, and then I end up scoring that inner one, and then by the end of it, you know, it's not wrong, I can still use it, but I've then scored my smaller one instead of my larger one. So if I just keep lifting it periodically, I know I'm in that right channel, I'm continuing to go in that right channel, and by the end of it, it'll be the right size, ready to cut out.
Perfect, thank you. So thank you for that question, Jennifer. Like we've said often before here at Crafters TV, there is no daft question.
Nope.
Any question you want to ask, if you see something that you're thinking, why are they doing that? Ask, we'll answer you as best as we can. And I think that were a lovely way of describing why you do that. That's the reason why I do it as well. I'll be totally honest. Because my eyes can jump a little bit, and sometimes with my hand, when I start to put it down, it can jump into one of the other grooves or the other tracks. So yeah, absolutely perfect. That's a gorgeous box, Craig. Absolutely beautiful. I love the papers. Two beautiful boxes showing you to the full advantage of what that box, that one board, can create those two boxes with. Some more lovely comments coming in, Craig. The embossing boards, this is from Zoe Carver on YouTube. The embossing boards and the Ultimate Pro are great. Box making is very addictive. Don't we know it?
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yes, it absolutely is. Panda Crafts on YouTube. I think I'm going to do an Easter craft fair. I'm thinking of making little holders for cream eggs, so my scoreboards come in handy for things like this. A little bit of experimenting where to put the hole. Yep, absolutely. Gareth Dobbs on YouTube. I love watching. Thank you, Gareth. I used to lurk. I hope you mean in the background there. I lurk and not say or buy anything, but a week or two ago, I started getting involved, and now I go I think you meaning this, go to meet some lovely people, and I get to speak to every day, which this is what I love about Crafters TV, that crafting community that you're getting from there, Gareth. And he's only 590 points away from being platinum.
Oh, brilliant.
Woo, woo, woo. You'll definitely get there, Gareth. Definitely get there. Look out for all those double points and those extra points that come along as well when you're having your spends there. And Sarah Brown has popped, loving your hair today, Debbie. Oh, have you had it done? Well, thank you for noticing. Yes, I always call it the skunk line. Don't get me wrong here when I say this. Do you know when you get that little line, do you like on a skunk? You get that little white line that goes, that's like the opposite for me. Because I am a naturally brown. I am not naturally blonde. Have you heard Ben's new nickname for me?
No.
I think it is the blonde bombshell, or is it blonde Barnsley bombshell?
Oh.
It's like my new nickname.
It's a good nickname.
It's better than the other one, which we're not going to go into right now.
Okay, we won't ask.
Moving swiftly along. Craig and Debbie, Val Lloyd on Facebook. Craig and Debbie bought the boards when they first came out. I keep them with my Ultimates by my desk, ready for when I feel like a play. They make beautiful projects. Val, yeah, absolutely. And Val's from Southampton. Zoe's put, is anyone else thinking Happy Meal?
Yes.
I love that. Yeah, absolutely. She says she must be hungry with a little laughing emoji face there. And Shadaya, lovely to have you with us, Shadaya. We call it a donut box here in Canada. I didn't know that, did you, Craig?
I didn't know that.
I didn't know that. Jennifer Powell on Facebook said, so glad we're seeing demonstrations with the embossing boards. I have a few of these. This is it. We buy things and then we tend to put them to one side and we forget about them. And then we think, I forgot how to use it. So today is a great masterclass in terms of being able to use it and getting Craig's lovely ideas. And any questions, just fire them through. Let us know, because it's true. It's lovely to see the demonstrations with them. Amelia Sirocco, oh, that's a lovely name. If you make a smaller box, Craig, question. If you make a smaller box, how do you score the tags that connect the two pieces?
So, let's have a look. Let's bring that one
Good
back
question.
in here. So that is a good question here. So if you have a look here, so all that we're going to do is, let's take my score tool. So of course, you're going to then be ignoring that larger one. So all that you're going to do is you're then going to create your own tab from this one here. So you're going to, your box will be into this panel here. What to do is extend your tab to that line here, and then just cut two little diagonals to create your own little tab. And then that should do it.
Fabulous. Thank you very much, Craig. Thank you very much. Right, we'll move swiftly along. This is a masterclass and we've got a few to get through, so we're going to move on to the next one, if that's all right with you, Craig.
Let's go for it.
Fabulous. This is the boxer board. Now, the boxer board is a multi-versatile board in itself, because you have got the ability to create fabulous boxes, whether you work in inches or whether you work in centimetres. So you've got a dual aspect board here. Double-sided means twice the versatility. And our Craig is a way to show you how to use this boxer board.
I am indeed. So what I've done to start with is I've taken some craft card here. Now when it comes to my actual craft card, I've cut it to 4 by 8 when it comes to the craft card. And what I'm going to do with this one, because it also, if I just bring this one back in, it will also fit within your Ultimate Pro. What it will also do is it will give you that stability right at the side. Because we're using this as an actual measuring element, you want to make sure that it's correct. Saying that, you can still use it without your Ultimate Pro. All that you need to do is you just need to ensure your cardstock is right at that very edge. As long as it's right at that very edge, you'll get that true measurement. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to score at 2 1/8, and then I'm going to score at 4 1/8. What I'm going to do with this one is fold it over and then fold it over again. So what we're doing with this one is we are creating our own little easel. So if I take that one in, and then that is our easel already started. So I can set that one to the side for now. What I'm going to do is I'm going to come in with another piece of our cardstock. So this is our craft card. And then what I'm going to do within this one here is, this is actually going to be the drawer, and I'm going to do it onto the lid side because it's just a base. I'm not doing a base and a lid. You'll see what I mean in a moment. So I just need this to be the measurement that I'm away to say to you, and that is, it's 6 by 6. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to score just on that left-hand side, true side, right up to the edge. I'm going to score it at the 1 inch mark, because instead of doing a box base and a box lid, what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a wrap for it instead. So scoring at 1 inch all the way round, like so. What we can then do is then we can then take all of these, we're going to fold them over, we're going to give them a really nice burnish, and then what we can do in all 4 of them is we're going to create and cut our little tabs out with our scissors. So we're just going to go in down to that 1 inch line and create a little tab. So you can see how that's looking on one of them. You're going to do that within all 4 of them that we can see here. And then that just means we are now ready to assemble the box. So what we're going to do is we'll use our tape runner on the little tabs. So we can then add our adhesive on here, each one of the tabs within our craft card. I'm using my tape runner. You can use your tacky glue if you wish, or even your red liner tape, but our super strong construction tape pen will do the job. So press all that into place, and we can then bring in our next piece of craft card. So that is now what will be our base. Set that to the side, and then we can come in with another strip. Now when it comes to this strip, it's 4 1/8 by 10.5. And once again, I'm going to go right to the edge when it comes to my actual scoreboard. And then we're going to score at 1 1/8. We're then going to score at 5 1/8. Just making sure my cardstock's straight. And then we're also going to score at 6 3/8. And then when we come right to the very end here, what this will be is if you're using your larger scoreboard, this is going to be at 10 1/4. If not, you can see I'm well over the edge. So all that I'm going to do, turn it over on the back, and then I'm going to score at 1/4 inch. That then gives me my outer wrap for my box. So on this tab here, I'm going to go in with my adhesive. We can then fold that one in, press that in, give that a really nice rub. I'm going to come back in with my easel, and on this base layer, let's add our tape runner. That can then fit perfectly over our top layer. So if we just line that one up into that way there, into place, lift, and then what will happen is our box will then slide into the middle with our easel on top, ready for you to decorate.
Honestly, absolutely incredible that you can make so many different boxes with ease using the boxer board, and the ability to be able to create in your centimeters as well as inches means that you have so many different ways that you can use it, with the easy to use instructions being on the box itself, and of course it comes with its own instruction sheet as well to be able to measure, score and make not just any style boxes, any shape, size boxes and custom boxes as well. An absolutely fabulous tool to have in your crafty stash. And I honestly, again, not giving, well, I'm going to give credit where credit is due. The boxer board for me was a game changer, a real game changer in terms of all the different styles of boxes. Craig's just shown you a fabulous one, not just a box board there, but an easel card on top. So again, just showing you that one board can create so many different things. For me, as a crafter, I want something that goes all the measurements for me. I don't want to have to work it out. Back in the day, you'll agree with Craig, you've been crafting now 20 years plus. You'll agree, when we first started making boxes, you had to work it all out.
Yeah, you did.
And it was so difficult. We've now got the tools that make it so incredibly easy, and I absolutely love them. Craig, would you mind decorating again while I read some more comments?
I will do. Let's go for it.
Thank you very much, because we've had many more comments coming through. So again, I'm going to go back. Rachel's just made me laugh, because do you know we're talking about the Barnsley bombshell? It was Rachel on our team socials that gave me the nickname.
Oh, was it
wasn't
now?
that Ben. Oh, wait till I see that Ben. Ben taking credit there, he was. Taking that credit. Julie Bexon on YouTube's put, I love this one. Julie's a Barnsley girl like myself. Yay, lovely to have a Barnsley bunch in here. Watching for the second time, normally in church on Sunday mornings. However, she's not feeling very well, Craig, enough to attend, so she's enjoying the live stream as normally would have to watch the recordings. Well, Julie, firstly, I hope you're feeling better. I hope you get well very, very soon. But it's really lovely to have you joining us. And even more so because I feel at home now there's someone from Barnsley watching. I always feel when I'm up here, you'll be the same, Craig, from being originally from Scotland.
Exactly.
It's weird, isn't it, when you come up here, because they all talk the same.
They do.
Apart from posh Charlotte from Morpeth.
Yeah.
Little laugh there in the ear, because she is. She's a bit posh.
She is.
But yeah, normally when we come here, they all talk alike, and it's like, you feel a little bit sometimes out your comfort zone, don't you? So it's lovely to have you with us, Julie. Lynn Bledsoe, I hope I've said that right as well. I think the box maker is one of my favourite tools. I love being able to make boxes with ease. One more question, if I can just ask you, Craig. Robbie Edric on Facebook has said, what is the difference between the boxer board and the scoreboard?
So, actually, that's a good question. So if I bring in, actually, let's just quickly bring in our score master. So it's in ways how you, not necessarily how you use it, but the actual boxer was designed to fit onto your Ultimate Pro. So if we look, so we've got our score master and we've got our big score. Essentially, they do all the exact same things. The difference is this one was designed so that it fits within your Ultimate Pro if you're crafting on the road. This one was then designed to, of course, give you that ability to score big. So score your big card blanks, your big boxes, your big projects if you want. And this one was also designed to do exactly the same, but on a smaller scale. So it's to do with the sizes essentially. So it gives you the ability to do it on a smaller scale, gives you the ability to do it on a much larger scale, and this gives you the ability to do so many of your standard sizes, but in a way that you can craft while you're on the road, in the caravan, in a holiday, because it slots within your Ultimate Pro.
That is a fabulous, honestly, thank you for asking that question, Robbie. Really, truly mean that, because there's a lot of people out there that'll say, well, why do you need all the different ones? I think Craig's just given you a perfect explanation into why you need all those three, or why, or what the difference is, or the personal choice that you have. Maybe you just want that one board that does both things. But yeah, I thank you for answering that, Craig.
You're very welcome.
It's lovely to get those questions answered. It really is. Are you ready to move on, Craig?
Let's go for it.
Right. One of my favourite products here at Crafter's Companion is the Envelope Box Creator. Now, this enables you to create varying envelopes of different sizes and different depths with this fabulous Envelope Box Creator tool. Now, our Craig is going to show you how easy and simple this is to use.
I am indeed. So what we're going to do is let's go in with our Envelope Box Creator. Now, what I've got is I've got a piece of cardstock here. Now, I've cut my cardstock to 9 by 9. Now for this one, what we are going to do is we are going to use position 1 and 2, all explained inside. So I am using 1 and 2, and then what I'm also going to then be doing is when it comes to the actual letters, I'm going to be using E and I. These are all ingrained within the actual Envelope Creator. So what we can do is let's come in with a piece of cardstock, and I'm going to go into position 1 here, and I'm going to look at E. So we're going to go into E, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to lift up and pop that into position 2, and we're going to score at E. I'm going to do exactly the same on this side here. So we're going to go in, and then we're going to score at E. We're going to lift into position 2, and then we're going to score at E again. Then on these two sides, we are going to go into position 1 here. We're going to go into I, score, up into position 2, and then we're going to go into I. And when you go into each position, you've also got a little guide that just holds it into place up there. Twist and turn to the opposite side. So position 1 and I, position 2 and I again. So what then that does is that will then give us all of our score lines. All that we need to do is now fold. You're going to come along and give them a burnish as well. So if we fold all of these ones in, what we then need to do is when it comes to the bottom down in here, so we're going to have it this way. So when it comes to the bottom, we want to cut 2 little tabs at each side. And then at this bit here, where you've got a triangle that meets right in the corner, you're going to chop that one out. That is going to be repeated twice. So this gives you kind of 2 of your outer envelopes. So what I've got is I've got my adhesive already into place here. I've got red liner tape, but you can be using your tape runner. So all that I can do is then fold that tab in, and press that one in. I'm going to fold this one in and then press. What I've also got on the opposite side is I've got 2 bits of my red liner in and in. That is then going to meet into here. That's then going to meet into here, just making sure as well that my box meets perfectly, my envelope meets perfectly into the middle. What I can then do is let's just add on a tiny little bit of tape just to secure it into that middle here. The other thing I just need to do is I don't need my tabs at the top, so we can then just snip that one off and then that one off. So this has now given us our envelope, and then we're going to do exactly the same within this one here. So I'm going to take my tape off top and bottom. I'm going to cut my 2 tabs that I don't actually need, and then we're going to repeat what we've just done here. So we're going to fold that one over and join. We're going to fold that one over and join, and then when we comes to the 2 strips here, although I've used my red liner, that can be, of course, your double-sided tape runner. That one can fold in and press. What I'm going to do is I'm going to add another bit of tape so that when we cross over, that can then join in, press. I'm going to put my hand in there to add some pressure, fold that one over. So we've now got our 2 envelopes. And then what we're going to do is we're going to bring in a piece of card. I'm going to bring back in my boxer. Now my cardstock that I've got here is 11 by 7. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to score at 5 inches. I'm going to score at 6 inches. If we then bend them ones in, we're going to fold, and then all that I'm going to do is if I come in, I'm just going to put a couple of bits for now. That can slot into there. What we can do is slot that one into there, and then that will give us our little envelope book that we could put little gift cards or gift notes in the middle.
Absolutely beautiful. Yet again, showing you very different ways that you can use the envelope box creator. It is an absolutely fabulous tool, and it does give you the ability to create those envelopes from a flat envelope to an envelope of different sizes and different depths, from ½ an inch right up to an inch. So again, an absolutely fabulous board that's very, very useful. And then you also get your step-by-step guide where you can simply take this and use these guides for those different sizes to create all of those different sized envelopes. It's very easy to use, a lovely user guide along with your envelope box creator, which means making envelopes to fit inside your beautiful creations a really easy job now. I absolutely adore this board. And again, Craig, I will just say, because that was an unusual way to use them.
Very
An
unusual.
absolutely unusual way to use them, because we are so used to demonstrating it and showing you how to make those flat envelopes, those envelopes with dimension. But what you did there was give it that little twist and almost took us on a little bit of a more advanced journey using the envelope box creator, which for me, as a crafter, I want to see those different ways that you can use it. So yes, it's lovely that you can make your own envelopes of those sizes and those different depths. But to see it from I'm not blowing your trumpet now, Craig, I'm going to say, just to show you the versatility and what you can do. I can't wait to see this finished. I can't wait to see the comments, because I'm pretty sure you'll have just set the internet on fire by showing us that different way of using it. But it really is, one of those tools that we, as crafters, if you've got it but don't use it, you need to get it out, dust it down and start to use it, because it does mean that you can create your own envelopes to fit your beautiful projects in.
Definitely.
And again, I know you, Craig, are a big fan of it as well. Absolutely a big fan of it, aren't you?
Definitely,
Yeah.
absolutely love it. Love it, being able to do all these different things, as you were saying. What I've done is, because I've taken that one off and I've done it lightly, that was just so I could prise it off again and just show you in a wee bit more detail that what we can then do is we can then go in with some ribbon. and just create our own little ribbon tie all the way around. So I'm going to pop some of my tacky glue, and we're going to slot that one back in. And this is where what I do have is kind of like little notelets that you can then pop into place.
Yeah, I love that because, like I said, that normally because when I was watching you, I was thinking, oh, this is a different way, because we're so used to doing it and putting them together in the sideways. So could you just turn it on the side just for a second before you stick it down?
Of course I can.
So, like, that perfect there. That's how we would normally make an envelope, and the top flap would be the bit that you would seal down, wouldn't you?
It would,
so to do it that little twist
that way
is just absolutely fab. I love this idea. This could be, like you've said, for all your notelets. It could be for a little present inside there. You could fill it with your bars of chocolates, you know, depending on the chocolate sizes, the chocolate bar sizes.
You definitely could, yeah.
But it's so, I think it's just ingenious what you've done. I'm not going to lie, I'm absolutely blown away by this one. I just think it's, and I know we're all fans of making boxes and envelopes and things like that here, but to get this, like this, and seeing what you're creating with it, Craig, is just incredible. What are you adding there?
So these little dots here, what I've done, just little die cut circles, and I've popped some adhesive at the base, and that's because what we can then do is just tuck our little envelope underneath, and that just holds it in.
Oh,
so
my
it
God.
holds it in, like so.
I love it.
And then what you can do, we've got a couple of butterflies here. So all that I can do is, let's go in with
You
our
knew I were coming
dots.
today, didn't you?
Going in with the butterflies. For you. Going in for the butterflies. And can you imagine this, Debbie? Yeah, I'm using our flowery papers or cardstocks here, but imagine if you do it with delightful daisies, or imagine you got your hands on roaring 20s and you're going down that road with little notelets and that inside.
Oh, I love that
idea. You can do that. And
do
then
we
just
have any of the Roaring 20s left, Craig? That's what we need to know.
So I believe, so we did sell it out completely the other day.
Yeah.
I believe the team are looking at pinching some from elsewhere around the world. So I don't think it's going to be back as a showstopper what we had, but we may have soon little elements.
I hope so,
popping
because
back.
I've planned a couple of demos later on today. I might not have to bother though if we haven't got it, but let's see what later on today brings. But how gorgeous is this, Craig? You've done you've used my favourite sentiments.
Your favourite once again, Debbie.
You knew I was coming today. Butterflies are my favourite sentiment. And then, of course, one of my favourite pads we've done as well. And they're lovely. Is that one of the daisy flowers?
It is.
I love that. That
In
is
with the daisies.
Absolutely. Well, I'm just going to say it, Craig. It's phenomenal. I love what you've done with this.
Thank you,
I
Debbie.
love how you've turned it. You've really turned an envelope into something really exciting.
An envelope into a gift.
Exactly. I think that is absolutely incredible. And I can't wait, like I said, I can't wait to read these comments because there's some lovely comments coming in, Craig. This is absolutely beautiful. I think the vote is going to be pretty tough today, although I'm not going to lie, I've got a bit of a favourite. But this is absolutely stunning. Would you mind holding that up so we can see that in closer detail?
Of course I will, because if I bring and hold that one in here, and then what you'll see just from the side, this is just a 4x6 card blank that I've got, Debbie.
Yes.
And what I'm doing is if I add my adhesive on here, so if I sit that onto my card blank, and that's literally just a strip with crushed velvet down the side, and then with a sentiment on the front. So let's do thank you, and then let's say that I've done a couple, and then I've got a couple of envelopes to go with it. What we can then do is we can then open, we can then go in and open, we can do the envelopes in one side, we can do the little notelets in the other, and then pop that in. Let's give that a very quick tie. I would trim the ribbon just a little bit more. Let's just trim that there, and then there, and then you've got...
Man alive, Craig, that is absolutely, oh my God, absolutely gorgeous. I love what you have done with this today. This is absolutely fabulous. Val Lloyd on Facebook is saying, as always, Craig is so inspiring. Isn't he just? Now, Craig, would you mind getting all of your makes from this morning lined up for us? Because we're going to do the whole important, crucial vote. I love this because this... In fact, can I just say, I'm glad I'm not voting. That's all I'm going to say, because these are fabulous. Craig, would you start with your first make, please?
I will do. Let's do this. So, we went in with our Ulti bag that we've created. This lovely little handbag that you can see here. We've gone in with our picnic box, sweet treat box. So that's number 2. So that was number 1. Number 2. This is the outer shell that I created, which could then look like something like that.
Oh, that is beautiful.
So number 3, and then number 4, going in using our enveloper with a little bit of that boxer that you can see here for the little notelet. So 1, 2, 3, or 4.
And you need to get voting right now, because I'm just going to call this masterclass, even though it's condensed into an hour, I think has been absolutely inspiring with our lovely Craig, showing you so many different ways from these boards, which I'll recap in a minute, but I'm going to read some of these comments out, Craig, because there's been some lovely ones. Susan Griffiths on YouTube has put, "Hi, Debbie and Craig. I had to log in to say thank you, Craig. Big thank you," that was Craig in capitals, "for all the helpful demos. I'm back and forth with Sunday lunch." Oh, don't, my belly's starting to rumble. But wanted to say I love the bits I can see. Totally agree with you, Susan. He's done a cracking job this morning. Julie Bexon from Barnsley again's commented, "Thank you, Debbie, for the welcome." You're very welcome. Charlotte Everett on YouTube. Oh, this is a question, Craig.
Okay.
Right, so is there a larger envelope box creator? I'm sure I remember there being one, but can't find one on the website. Now then, do you know, I have a feeling that there used to be.
There used to be,
yes.
Yeah. So there used to be. It's not been on our website for. Do you know something? Leanne's in this week. Leanne, I'm on with Leanne tomorrow. I'm going to speak to her because this isn't the first time it's been brought up. Yes, there is. There is a big one. And it's been asked before. We've not seen it for a wee while. So I'm going to find out with Leanne tomorrow what the stance is. So leave that with us.
Yes.
And if you're watching tomorrow or you're able to catch up after tomorrow's shows, then we'll find out. But leave that with me.
Yeah, perfect. So, Charlotte, keep your eyes peeled this week. Almost like a ploy to keep you coming in every day. But no, absolutely. Leanne's going to be in the building. So what better person to ask that question to and get that answer for you? Susan Griffiths, again on YouTube, as mentioned, Craig, she's got the big score, the envelope box. They're brilliant. But now she can see she can make more with the big score than she actually thought. And also mentioned about the envelope box. Never been able to use it like that before. So she's going to... Well, she's taken some inspiration from you, is all I'm going to say. Georgie Ann Curley on Facebook. "Hi, Debbie and Craig from Clearwater, Florida. I wanted to see what these boards could do, and it was so great." Absolutely. Melanie D on YouTube. "Great demos, Craig. I'm saving this show for sure." Craig, Caroline has put, "Craig, you are just brilliant." Isn't he just? He's so inspiring.
It's the product.
And then Val Lloyd as Craig. Yeah, perfect. Honestly, it is true. It absolutely is. Robbie again's put, "Love this, Craig. All your makes have been amazing." We do have a winner, but I'm just going to say to this. Betty Weaver on YouTube has put, "Craig, you hit it out of the park today."
Thank you.
What a masterclass this has been. But we do have a winner, and I wish I put money on it because I just knew, because I've fallen in love with it, and it's my show winner this morning. It is demo number 4.
Number 4.
Yay!
There you go.
Honestly, Craig, what you've done with that really inspired me, because I never thought to use it like that before. I've always used it as envelopes and envelope boxes.
Yeah.
I've never thought to do it into that kind of thing. So thank you for that wonderful demonstration. Thank you for that brilliant masterclass, is what I'm going to say.
And thank you, because you have been awesome.
Oh, thank you. Oh, we're sharing all the thank yous today. Thank you so much. Thank you for all the lovely, lovely comments that have been coming in for both myself here on the presenting side and for our Craig on that masterclass side. I hope you've enjoyed it. I hope you've got a great deal of inspiration out of there. I know for one for sure, I certainly have. Never thought of using them in those ways before. Right, so we are not going away for too long. You've got a couple of hours respite, is that the right word? Where you can go and have a little bit of a lay down if you want, depending on the time of day. Grab yourself some food or grab yourself a drink, because we are going to be back for 2 p.m. for a first look that I know Craig is uber excited about. And there was only one person that Leanne wanted for this show to showcase that first look, which is all about the Academy of Colour, number 5, the duo pencils. And I believe, Craig, these have got a little bit of a twist, these pencils, because they're not what you would think, these pencils, sorry. I naturally assumed it was going to be a pencil, as in a crayon pencil, but it
might not be. You might find it. You may get maybe some water brushes in there as well with them.
Yeah, so it's going to be exciting. So I do hope you can join us. So that's 2 p.m. UK time, 9 a.m. Eastern time, or 6 a.m. Pacific time. I've had a blast. I've absolutely loved it. I didn't think I would, but I've absolutely really enjoyed being on this side. I might have to wrestle Craig for later on tonight.
Do it if you want.
So we've had a great day. Thank you to Charlotte for steering me so well. Thank you to Craig for all the amazing demos. Thank you to our Jake who's running furiously back and forth in the studio. Do come back and join us for that first look. We can't wait to see you. So come back and join us here at Crafters TV or YouTube or the website, wherever you're watching. We'll see you all very soon.
Toodles.